So, good morning. For those of you of a certain age, you'll be familiar with Boss Hogg or the Dukes of Hazzard. Well, Boss Hogg is just coincidentally 33, like David Hogg, right? Of the shooting from a couple years back. David Dow. For those who remember David Dow, there was a bunch of Illuminati plane hoaxes back in 2017. And Russian vids pointed this out, right? Because it's a coincidence, too. Right, David Dow, 33. Right, the number 33, 33 and a third. I want to talk about Stranger Things. Okay. I want to talk about what that show is really about. And while it's entertaining and true. Oh, and for my most recent court scenarios, won't you be surprised to learn that my court date is on March 11th, which is just coincidentally at 33. Stranger Things is true. 77. It's just a coincidence, though. Right? Like my court date being on 3/11. Like constantly monkeying with my kids in visitation. Rectified. 33. We'll get that rectified, Brandon. Post haste. Right, it's a coincidence. It's all coincidence. Right, like now I'm locked out of my YouTube channel. It's a coincidence. 2 strikes while I was, sunning myself under the UV lights of jail. Right, because this wouldn't possibly be Zeus Yahweh spirit touching the people who helped him escape here. That couldn't be what this is, right? Nope. Steven Spielberg, SS, is for 33. And I am not impugning Mr. Spielberg, okay? Just because I point that out. This goes, it's bigger than, it's a joke. It's a joke. So me pointing that out is, give me a break. Right. As to all the similarities from Stranger Things, it's pretty much a ad hoc Steven Spielberg mini saga. I mean, let's be realistic about it. I'm not taking anything away from the Duffer Brothers or what they did here. It's a good piece of entertainment. They deserve credit, etc. But the fact of the matter is, it's a Steven Spielberg film. Just a long Steven Spielberg film about what he didn't tell you in E.T. Because that's really the case. What did you miss in E.T.? This was the rest of E.T. That's what it is. That's why, thank you, Jay Dyer. That's why the people whom come to the house to take E.T. from Elliot, that's why they're in spacesuits. More specifically, Apollo 11 spacesuits. Because it's not as if they could have had 2 sides play off each other, hate each other, and have those sides not realize that they're actually allies. And people in between them, the space between, all truth is in number. 77, 77, 77. Libra Oz, book 77. Join or die, 33, right. Oneness, 33. Occultist is 3 sevens and a 33. 3-7, his triple repetition is characteristic of magic. And oh, hey, shitbird out there in Marion. I have to call her? I have to call her. I have to call her? You fucking piece of garbage. You fucking piece of garbage. So I've had the latest round of backstabbing, conniving pieces of garbage And that piece of mockery is meant specifically for one person, and he's going to hear it if he hasn't already. Hey, would you call her? I have to call her. You fucking piece of garbage. Which is what you are. I've been told very specifically not to make any more YouTube videos. Don't make them. And let me point out, I've had Sheriff Hopper. There are people there who fit that description here. Hypothetically speaking, in a fictional world. Okay? And the amount of great cops, I am sorry. Okay? I spent a lot of time early on in this channel's existence bashing cops. All right? The help I've gotten from police officers, great police officers, people who know what is what, can't be quantified here. Okay? So they're going to hear. Because if that thing says 3 subscribers and there's 20. All right? That's just how it is. And if there's actually 20, then there's probably really 40. So, I mean, it's a joke. Go look at the analytics on my channel. I'm always gaining subscribers, but never gaining any subscribers. It's a complete and utter total 100% fucking joke. Yahweh is God's name. These are all coincidences, okay? Like my court appearance, my next court appearance being on March 11th. That is, of course, a coincidence. Like my arrest date in the previous nonsensical garbage being 12/13/2015. This time, I'm accused of possessing marijuana. Well, I didn't. Okay? But let's say I did. So fucking what? I didn't, but let's say I did. Give me a break. Christ is 42, like Danny in the mirror and the shining coincidence is 42. Satanic numerology is 77. Right? Because what you had to have here was you had to have the leader fractured, and then you had to have every subsequent member fractured. 12 tribes, the tribes of Israel, right? Right. Yeah, I'm not saying there's no Nazarene from, I'm not saying Jesus of Nazareth isn't real. I'm saying his name's Joshua and he's black and people hate it. People hate that I say it. They can't fucking stand it. Nor is Joshua and Christ the same thing. Okay? So people have a hard time wrapping their mind around that. They get pissed off at me for saying it. Well, tough shit. Tough shit. That's why the KKK hangs black men from trees. All right? Zeus is the creator, 77. It's a coincidence. Right? Because everything they tell you isn't true, and everything that they tell you is true isn't false, right? It's not the world of opposites, a land of confusion. Thank you, Phil Collins, and thank you, RV, for pointing it out. Right? Give me a break. Reverse all things, 77. Right, reverse all things. If 77 is for Christ, which is also 77. If 77 is for Christ, then reversing all things, 77, would be reversing Christ, right? Christos is Greek, is also 77. Rainbow. Before common is the rainbow man. BC is the rainbow man. 77. Coincidentally, rainbow. Well, the reason rainbows exist are because of the Ark of the Covenant to never flood the world again. Right, here I am, up 13 subscribers. As always, I'm always gaining subscribers and never gaining any subscribers. What a coincidence. It's just unreal, right? Veracity knows. Veracity knows the games they play. Oh, the games they play here. Right? You guys are a fucking joke. 3/11 on the court date for magic reflection? I'm sure it isn't. Right? I'm sure that's not at all what it is. Right? 3/11. Right? Corinthians 4:4. The God of this age hath blinded the minds of the unbelievers to keep them from seeing the light of the glory of the gospel of the Christ, who's the image of God. Who's the image of who? Transgendered goat with breasts and a penis. Is that who? Is that who it is? Right, because, right, go to the mall. There's a food court. Go around you, look around you, there's an arcade. Guaranteed. Because the song has to remain the same. And every single thing that is in Stranger Things has to be out here for you to see. So watch an episode of Stranger Things and walk around your town. And guess what you're going to see? The set of Stranger Things.